Good evening. In this video, I will be telling you or I will be explaining you how to save the data using text files and all those things. How to save in a database and all those things I will be explaining in this video. Okay. In this video, let me first explain you how to save the shared preferences. What are shared preferences? Let me explain it after building a simple application. Okay. For that, I will go into this file and I will create a new project. Okay, new new project, and I will create a name as shared experiences. Sorry, shared preferences. Okay, experience. It's preference. Okay, shared preferences application. Let me explain you in a simple words after creating some basic application. Okay, now it will be creating the project. See, it's creating. Till then, let me close this application, this project. Okay. Okay. See, it's a now Gradle project is building and also syncing. So let's wait for a while till it's load. Pause the video. Now it's completely built. So I will just create an application, simple applications. Okay. Create with Unreal. First, let me go to the designs part and let me change the code. I want to explain this basic applications design. Okay. Show you. Anyway, I have explained it before. So I think while I'm explaining previous applications, similar type of this applications I will build. Okay, let's go to the let me add the orientation here first. Okay, let's let it be vertical, and then let's shift to design part. And here what I will do, I will just switch on the system UI so that all the things are visible now. Let me first import one plain text so that user can get the input. Sorry, no. Yeah, let me import this plain text itself. Okay. Then let me import one button. Okay, simple button. And then let me import the text view. Okay, I imported one text view, one name, and one button. Okay, now I will just hold shift and let me assign all the margins first. Okay, um, layout margin. Just arrange into the layout margin to something 20 dB. Okay, it's good. Okay. And then let me add some layer gravity to central. The layer gravity, here it is, right? Let me fix it to the central horizontal. Yeah, it's not horizontal. And let me fix the gravity to horizontal, center horizontal. So everything that displays me in the middle is now central horizontal. Okay, I didn't select it. Okay, just let me go back. Center horizontal. Yeah, let me go into the code and then change. Yeah, it's okay. Now it is in the vertical menu. Let me go back to design. Let me select all these three using shift, and then let me change the layout. Okay, first let me add the gravity, only gravity to center horizontal, so everything will be at the center. And then let me add I have added already margin. Then okay, then let's move into this first name. First change that element ID to uh, 80, sorry, 80 name. Okay, let it be 80 name. 80 name. Let me refactor it, and then what I will do, I will just remove the text name. Okay, Just remove the text name. I will go into the hint and I will give the hint. Please enter your name. Okay, just give the thing. Let it be. Let's enter your name. Then I will make it first. Let me go back to the code and let me add this to uh, string resource. Okay, now it's well and good. Okay, let me add this to string resource. Add this to string resource. Okay, now let's switch back to the design. No else. This is something else. Let it be. Then I will go into this again. No more changes, right? Shift with buttons, but also no changes. I don't want any changes in button. Let me change in the text view. But in buttons, I want to change the element ID. That what I do, I'll just type btn submit. Okay, and I also want to change that this one name. Is that hint, sorry, not hint, text. Then submit ID, it is ID. I want to change it to button submit. Okay, search. So, okay, so I have set it to the button. Let me change it to the text first. Okay, submit. Then it's okay. Then it is now submit. Let me go back to the code and let me refactor it. So extract the string resource. Let me go switch to the design part and I fix it that array calling. Now let's move into this text view. Let's make it text size somewhat bigger per ASP. Let me set it to ASP. It's looking good. Let me change this text view to TV results. Okay, let it be TV results. Refactor. And then what I will do, I will just go into the Java part. This is the simple applications that I'm building. Now let me go back to the this thing, what Java. And then what I want to do, I want to just link this all the elements that I have declared it in the XML file. So that I will declare it here by typing first I will type edit text and import it. Text is equal to what I will what the name was, it was ed name, right? Okay, the name, sorry, this thing. Then I will go to button submit, boolean submit, oh, sorry, boolean, sorry, submit. And then text view. Then I want to declare it TV result, I think. Oh, let me verify all the things. TV results, boolean submit, and ed name. Yeah, this is results. Okay. Now I want to link this. Okay, how to link? How to link it? I will just link it by using find view by ID. Ed name is equal to find view by ID, that is r dot id dot name, and then let me close this. Then I will write boolean submit, that is equal to find view by ID, and then I will write r dot id and then dot what I want to write boolean submit, and then let me close this. Next I want to import this text view. So what I will do, I'll just type results and then is equal to find view by ID, and then I will write r dot id dot this results, and I've linked all the buttons to all the elements to this Java file. Okay, now let's create an button submit. Let's when the button submit, I want to show the person welcome screen. Okay, welcome like that with his name. Okay, so when I will use now set on click listener button submit dot set on click listener. Inside that I will write new view on click listener. Sorry, view on click listener. Inside this, what I will do, when the person clicks on the button, I will just extract the name. Okay, I will just declare string name is equal to write get text. Okay, get text, and then inside the dot to string, I will convert it to string. Then I will use string so that if there are any spaces at the end or the starting stage, it will get removed. But before get text, I want to include the text view from where it should import. So I will just use et name dot t text. Okay, dot get text. Okay, then let me remove this. Yeah, now it's perfect. Let me go to the next line and let me text that text view. Let me text the sorry set the text view. Okay, just TV results. Then let's just use set text. Okay, TV results dot set text. Inside this, I will set that welcome to my app. Okay, let me type it as my app. Then some space. Let me add his name here. Sorry, name. Then let me add the concatenation strings. And then let me add one exclamation mark. Okay, it's well and good. Yeah. Now, when the user person clicks on this thing on the button, what happens is it just comes into the text view. Okay, it's recording, right? Yeah, string name will be extracted, and the name he enters here in the text field, it gets stored into the string names. And then what I will do, I will just type TV results and set text welcome to my app name. Name means this extracted text, and this setting the text view. It will display me welcome to my app with his name, what he entered. Okay, then let me run this and show you, and then let me explain what are shared preferences. Okay, let me wait for its Grail build. The application has been launched now. It's for some time. Let me see. It will show me the message here. When I type something as John, and when I hit submit, let me wait a minute. John, when I hit submit, it will show me that welcome to my app, John, right? But uh, if I go to the app drawer. If I close completely this application, we close all the applications first. Yeah. Now let's go into the applications with which applications it is. It's like shared preferences, right? So for shared preferences, go into this, and then see. Now it is back with text view, right? But I don't want to see this text view. I want to see the whole data what I have stored. Like I typed the John before, right? So when I come back to this application back after some time, after phone is switched off or anything else, what will happen? Let it be. And like closing the applications anyway, it should display me this welcome to my app John itself. This John should be stored inside the ROM, not RAM, not in the random access memory. I want to store it in a physical memory, that is ROM, right? I want to store there using a file. So what I will do, I will just declare I will use an shared preferences file. Okay, it's just a key value, like it can store like less values of file, okay, less data in the file. Let me use that. Before using that, I want to specify a file name. Okay, I want to create a file name in a, and give it a name of file. Okay, for that file I want to give the name. So that what I will do is I'll just initialize with a public, and then I will state it as static itself, and then I will use public static, then finalize. That's keyword, which is final, means once it's declared it can't be changed. Okay, and then final string, string name has my preference name. Okay, my preference pref, sorry, pref, then underscore file. Okay, my preference file name, let's let it be name, then is equal to O. Here what I want to do is I want to give the file name. How to give it means we want to just copy this package. You should refer this package first to give the name. Okay, just copy that and paste it here, paste it in the file name, and in front of that com.example.shared preferences, give whatever name you want. I will give name. Okay, name itself. Okay, or names, let it be names. If you want to give it like data, you can also give it the data. This is just a file name which is creating and storing inside the physical memory. And then now let's move back to the code, and here what I will do, I will use the shared experience, sorry, shared preferences. Okay, this is a method called, okay, I will call the object now shared preferences, and then I will use the editor which edits the file. Okay, this shared preferences will do automatically editing and all those things inside the file, because it is used to store only some keys and values data. Okay, some small data, it holds only some used to hold some small data. And inside this what I will do, I will just give one string name. It is showing me, see here, one string name, one int mode we want to declare it. String name matlab the file name where we want to store. The file name is that my prefs file name, right? I will just copy this one. Wait a minute, I will just copy using Ctrl C, and then I will paste it here. Okay, then what I will do, I will use a comma, and then I will write int mode, means mode. Here I want to specify the mode. Okay, mode means who can all access it. Okay, see, if I use mode private, then this my application can only access it. Okay, from my application that file is accessible and it is known to only the application. If I use append or something, enable write read logging, yeah, then I can use outside the application also. Okay, let it be, I will use this as a private itself, so that I can only use inside the application. Okay, now what I will do, I will just close this and I will move on to, and it will give me the error because I have not given the permission to edit. So what I will do, I will just type dot edit function. Okay, so it can easily add, but there is a simple error now. Let me, another error, expression expected. Okay, to commit apply. Yeah, I will just after this what I will do, I will just insert a string inside the editor. Okay, like key value. I want to pass the data, right? So what I will do, this is hanging. Wait a minute. Sorry, it's not responding. Wait for a minute. Yeah, it's good. It's now responding. And then what I will do, I will just hit enter. Okay, and I will just put the string. What is putting string means, in the editor I will add the value. Okay, uh, editor dot put string. If I want to put the string, I will use put string. If I want to add integer data, then I will use put int. Okay, if I want to add float data type, I will add put float. Okay, similarly I will just use put string here. Sorry, I this is because it is giving me the error because I have not included editor. Editor means I want to refer an object, right? So it is not, I have not used that editor or reference, object reference, so it was giving me the error. Now it's resolved. Now what I will do, I will just use editor dot put, write it once again. See, it is asking me if I want to use put boolean, then I can use put boolean. If I want to use float, just type it float. Okay, float. But I want to use string, I want to use this name, what the user is inputting inside the text view or the edit text. It is stored in the string, so I will be using that string name itself to store inside the file name. For that, what I want to give is, one is string key and one is string value. What is string key? String key is matlab where our name is going to stay stored in the name of that. Okay, if I give that string key as a name, it will store in the name. If I give that string key as a data, it will store in the data. And then we want to pass the data. Data means string value. Value matlab this one where the user inputs, right? The his name, that is called as data. And this name is called as data, sorry, value. And this data is nothing but key. This name is stored inside the shared preference using this data. Okay, in the name of data, like key and values. I think you guys know what is key and what is values. And then after editor put string, I want to save that file. So what I will do, I will just use editor dot commit. Okay, commit helps us to store the data. Okay, let me close this. And then what I will do, I will just run this application. Let me see what will be the output for us. Yeah, it's not run it again, but it won't run. Okay, because what happens is when I create this file at the starting only, it should scan me the data. Okay, but here what is happening, it is just storing the data, it is not giving me the output. Okay, to get the output, I want to add some lines after this string result. Okay, but before that let me show you. Okay, when I enter the name, should show me the back after some times, or after closing the application and again coming back, it should show me the name that I have previously given the input. But in this case what happens, it won't read, it is just putting the string there. Okay, it's just including the string in a file. I want to get the display, right? Like, welcome to my app, this name, what I've stored before. It is storing the data now, but it is not giving me the output. Let me uh, cancel this Gradle. Let me add it only. Okay, because if it takes time, um, takes time more times to build the Gradle. Okay, let it be this one. I think you guys understood why that Gradle won't work if we only use this much. Because as I told before, it is only storing the data, it is not giving me the output. So what I will do, I will just copy this line, okay, again, and I will paste it here. Okay, what happens now, I want to edit here also. I will edit the this editor first. Let me change this editor. Instead of editor, I will give preferences itself. Okay, and let me remove this dot edit first. Okay, because we are not editing anymore, we are just we want the output here, right? So I don't want edit here. And then what I want to do is get share preferences. It's all right now, but it is giving me the error. Let me check for the error. What is the error now? It's like provided shared or required type editor. Okay, it's not editor. Let me remove this editor because we are not editing, right? As I told before, we are not editing, so let it be. And share preferences. And now what I will do, I will just use the get string method to get the output. So for that, what I will do, I'll just declare the string user, new attribute. I will declare it. String user is equal to. Then I will type editor. Means I want to get data from this editor. I have included the data inside the editor, right? So what I will do, I will just use editor dot uh, get string. Okay, so that here in this, inside the button, we are adding the data what the user is in giving the input. In this case, at the starting, before clicking the button, I want to display the data, so I will be using uh, get string. It's not sure why it's giving me the error. I think this and then let me first redefine it to the user. This user means this is the user that sorry, I'm given the data. I will let me change this data to user. What you give here, I want to this key value will be used to get the data back. Okay, let me check this error. Worry find out result symbol editor. Okay, then let me change this to prefs because I'm using, yeah, it's now error free, but expected but found one. Okay. mm, yeah, here we want to give the two arguments. Because what happens, if I use only user, if the user or if the person is using this my application at the first time, then there will be no data in the user, right? So what to display then? So in case then to avoid the errors, what I will do, I will just give another argument has null. If I give null, it won't show data, any data. Instead of giving null, what I will do, I will just use some simple space. Okay, so we can't see it, but we are having one characters or data here. Okay, we want to provide two arguments inside the get string method. Okay, this is the prefs, and inside this prefs dot get string, this let me explain you from the first what I did. I just stored the string name using this et name get text to string and time, and then I set the text result to welcome to my app. But I want to store the data for the whole time. Like if I come back again after some time, and after going to back, and if I started the application from first, it want to show me this name. So that what I will do, I will just use a simple key value shared preferences file. So what happens, I will use like this, it is this editor is used to edit the file and give some input or put the strings or put the data inside the file. It is used to put the data inside the file. Then I will editor commit means it will help us to save the file. And then what I will do, I will just use the shared preferences output, because when the application starts, it want to look after the file. Inside the file, is there any data regarding to the user? If there is null, or if there is no data, I want to display it the some space. If there is data, then it should get from the this file name. This is the file name. Okay, that I have given the final file name. All the data is stored inside this myprefs file name, and this is more private. What is more private? More private, it is nothing but a file creation mode. Okay, where you can't save, you can't work with other applications. Like you can't access it from the other applications. You can access this mode private, this my preference file from this, from only this application. So we will be using more private. And then let's go to the string user. I will be creating a user, so that whatever I get from this file, the data that's storing inside the preference prefs, that is the object refer, and that using that object refer I am getting the data. I am reading the data which are stored in the inside the file. So I will be passing two values or two arguments. That is, one is user. What is user means, this is key value, which key value stores the name or the data which I have given as an input. So after this, I will be using another argument, that is, let it be space or a null value, because when user starts for the first time or after the installation of the file, there will be no data in the file, right? There will be no addition, or this file will be only not be available. So what I will do, I will just put the space. If there is no value, then I will use space or the null value. Okay, let me run this application and let me show you how it works. Till then, it started to Gradle build. Let's wait for a while. Yeah, it's now installing already. Yeah, succeeded. Let's go back to the application. See, I will give input now as a John, and let me submit it. See, it is displaying me the welcome to my app John. Okay, now let me close this application. Okay, let me remove this from the memory, and this RAM from the memory means from RAM. Okay, I'm removing it. But when I go back to the application, where is the applications? It is the shared preferences, right? It's here. Let me open it. Okay, it's not building the applications, right? It is not showing me again. And then let me fix this. Oh, it is not showing me, because I have not set the text value, right? I have set the text value inside the button itself, but before button there is no value for the text, so it's not giving me the value. So what I will do, I will just set the value here by using TV results. This is the line. So it's not giving me the error. It's not giving me the output at the starting stage. It is reading the file, but it is not giving me the output. So what I will do, I will just first again I will set the text, welcome to my app, and then some space with space, and what I want to add now, I don't add name because when the user inputs that is storing as name, but in the file name I have given user. Okay, in the file the names are storing inside the user, right? So what I will do, I will just use that here, not the name. I will just use user plus, let me add some exclamatory marks. Okay, now it's good for us. Let's run this again, and let's relaunch this application, and then let's check it. It's simple applications. Okay, there's no much difference. Yeah, now it's installing. Let me see. What I did is this is the string active results. Give some space here so that you can easily understand. Yeah, see, uh, while before installing the application, it's stored in the RAM. Okay, the build file name already exists. This file already exists because of the previous one. It created me an application before I have installed, right? I have stored, but before this what happened, I have not included this set text, but it was reading and editing the file, but it was storing. But now what happens, it goes on searching. It will search for the file name. Okay, my prefs file name. Then what happens, it got the file name. Okay, with this name it got the file. Then it is showing me now, welcome to my op zone. If you uninstall it also, this file name will be there. Then what happens, by looking after the file name, it reads the data which are present inside the file. Then what it will do, it will just set the text at the first starting. Okay, if I change the name now to, let it be Krishna, let me submit it, click on submit. And what happens is it will change my this line to welcome to my app Krishna. Okay, let me show you once. See, it's changed now. Let me welcome to my app Krishna. Let me close this application now. Let me clear all. Just go back to the shared experience, shared preferences applications. Now see, it is storing my data, right? This is how we store or we save the data in a file of a smaller file. Okay, using this shared preferences. And now next we will going to see how we save the data using the text files, like by creating a text file, how we can store the data. uh, for that, let me create a new project file. Okay, let's go and do it. I hope you guys understood how these applications work. Okay, now let's move into the new project file. I will be explaining you now how to store the data in a text file. We store the data using the preferences. Okay, this is an inbuilt method. But by creating a file, how to store, I will show you now. Let me create an application in the format of saving data text files. Okay, let me text files. Okay, all the things are good. Yeah, now it's been created. Now what I will do, I will just close this previous one. This what this shared preferences thing. I will close it now. Go back to this shared preferences and close this application. Is it recording? Yeah. Let me close saving project. See, before starting up the project, I created a project. Okay. Now, before explaining how to save the data in a text file, let me create one Java class. Okay. How to create the Java class? Just go to com.example saving data and click on right click on it. Okay. Hit up new. and then click on this Java file. Okay, only Java file, not the any other activities or anything else. Just click on Java class, and then in this Java class, I will name it as person. Okay, person.java. Okay, let it be, and then it creates me a person.java file, which is having the class of uh, person.java. Okay, let me go inside the person.java. Let me create some things here inside this, like I will create one string which is private, let it be string, first name, or let it be only name. Okay, then just another string, private string, sorry, private string, surname, let it be surname. Okay, then I will call some methods. Okay, this is your things I will call the name. uh, how to call it? I just show the method, public person, let it be public person. This is one of the method. Yeah, okay, another person. Okay, person, and then I will use one string name, comma string surname. Okay, let me call the let me call this method, and inside this method, what I will write? I'll just write this name. This dot name is equal to name. Okay, I'll do this, and then I will just type this dot surname is equal to surname. Yeah, yeah. Seeing the error. Um, Not resolve symbol surname. Okay, this is because the caps. Now it's matching, and the surname is nothing but when we call this method, what are the parameters are passing, right? That is called as surname. Okay. Then I will create another method to set the name. Okay. While I think you guys remember when we were creating a file, we were setting the name first and getting the name. First, we will going to set the name. After some time, we will just set get the name, right, like that. I will write public void set name. Okay, set name. It is also an inbuilt one. Then inside that, I will just pass the parameter of string name. Okay, then I will create one method call, and then I will say this name, so this dot name is equal to name itself. Okay, and then I will just pass another public name, public method call, public void set surname. And I will write string, and then surname, and then again I will open the method call, and then I will write this of surname is equal to surname. This is the data type or parameter which we are passing through the method call, and this surname means which we are using inside the private. Okay, this whole class, and then let me use another method to get the name. Okay, public. Let me void get name. Get name. Inside this, I don't want to pass anything. I want to just retrieve the data. So let it be return. I will type return name. Okay, I want to pass the name, right? So what I will do, I will just return the name. Okay, now let me use another thing that, okay, this is not, I don't want to return string, oh sorry, void. Void means which returns nothing, right? I'll just use string because name is in the format of string, right? Now the error has been removed. Now I will call another method to return the surname. Public string surname, and inside the surname, get surname, sorry, get surname, clear this, and let me open the call method call, and then I will write on surname. Okay, now what I will do, this is just a Java file. Okay, this will be helping us in the main activity.java. Okay, when we call the method, this all things work. When it will going to work, I will be explaining it to you again. Okay, okay, then here I missed something. I think I missed the void. Yeah, I don't want to remove. Okay, now it's good. Sorry, I don't want. I think let it be void or nothing itself. What happens if I say input return type required? Let it be void itself. Okay, yeah. Now what I will do, I will leave this all the things, Java files and all those things. Let me shift it to the design first, and let me show some UI, and let me go back to the code. Let me change this constraint layouts to linear layouts. Okay, linear layout, and let me add some Android. So let me add orientation for it. That is vertical. Yeah, remove this text view. Okay, yeah, I removed it. Let's shift back to the design code. What I want is, I want two name because I have declared it as a C. One is a surname, one is a name, right? So person wants to enter his one first name, and then you want to enter a surname. Okay, what I will do, I will just drag two plain text. Okay, let me add this two, and then I want buttons, two buttons. One to add the add and display the button or a submit button. Another one to save whatever I entered here, and I want to save it a file. So one to save button. Okay, save the file, save to a file, anything. Yeah, now I've created, and let me use another text view. Okay, if is there any some medium text size, no, right? Let it be the text view itself, one text view. Okay, where it displays me when I click on. Let me first play check this. Let me select all these buttons and elements, and then what I do, just align it, change the margin. Okay, first I'll change the layout margin where it is, it's here. See, it's here. Let me give some 20 dp. Enter. Yeah, it came to the center now. Now what I will do, I will just select all the, sorry, I will change the gravity, layout gravity. Okay, let it be fill horizontal, central horizontal. Not this one, I want to add a plane, let it be also, and then I will add a gravity, normal gravity, change the gravity to central horizontal. Okay, there is a gravity fading edge, no, nothing. Yeah, even will add it to central horizontal, all the things. Okay, because I'm not selected anything, it won't add. Okay, now I have selected all the things. Now what I will do, I will just go to the gravity, and then I will select center horizontal. All the sets will come into the middle. See, now it is in the middle. Now what I will do, instead of the text, is it recording? Yeah. What I will do, I will just replace this name, and I will remove the text. Okay, and then in the hint, I will type please enter your first name. Okay, let it be. Yeah, it's looking good. And now what I will do, I will just go to the next thing, next text, and then what I will do, I will just type please enter your surname. 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 Okay, that's good. Let's change it, and then let me change the text view. Okay, sorry. What I did here is I want to provide it inside the hint, not in the text. Okay, now it will be the hint, and then let me change this text view size. Okay, from 14 sp to let it be 20 sp, so that we can clearly see it, or let it be 30 sp itself. It's well and good. Yeah. Then what I will do, I will change all the element ID name. Okay, let it this be TV results itself. Results, hit enter and refactor, and then go to button 2 and save button. Type it save PDM. Okay, refactor, and then go to this button and type it add uh, data. Let it be add data. Okay, refactor, and then go to this edit text. This is surname. Type so name, or type it as EDSN. Okay, EDSN, so that it is surname. Okay, that goes to this first one, and then let me type ETFN, this first name. Okay, yeah, I've said the all the things in the XML. This is how I designed the code. Now let me go back to the code, and let me add all this to uh, set string resource. Okay, this things back to the Altento string resource. Okay, then what left out, Altento, sorry, Altento, sorry, yeah, then Altento string resource. Yeah, then now this one too. Yeah, yes, now all set. Let's go back to the design part. Yeah, now there is no such warnings. It's some unrelated warnings. Now let's go back to the main programming.java, and then here what I will do, I will just add some, I will just link the XML file to it. How to link it? Just I will use edit text, and then edit text. I will link it to the, how many edit texts are there? There are two edit texts. One is ADFN, one is, then another is ADSN. Then what I will do, I will just declare it ETFN first, and then beside it I will write ETSN. Okay. Now what I'll do, there are two buttons and one TV results, like one text view. Okay. First I will write text view. Okay. And then text view is nothing but TV results. But now what I will do, I will just I don't declare the button. Okay. Let me declare that button afterwards. Why? I will tell you later. But now I will import this text views. Okay. How to import it? How to link it? Sorry, how to link it? If TFN is equal to find view by ID, and then what is the ID? R dot ID dot this one EDFN itself. Yeah. Then next line, ETSN is equal to find view by ID, inside that r dot id, then dot EDSN. Okay, now let's we TV results, right? And then sorry, results is equal to find view by ID, inside it r dot id dot TV results. Yeah. I've declared all the things now. Now what I will do is, now what I will do, I will just add an one array list, because I require array list to store the data or inside the array. Okay, inside file, if I want to go inside the file and store the data, I want array, right? So what I will do, I will just declare an array list. Array list. Okay, inside the array list tag, I will write person. Okay, person. Let me declare it person, and I will give the attribute as persons. Okay, let it be. Now what I will do, I will just use another for here. I will write array list. I will declare the persons is equal to array list. Where the tags, I will write persons. So not this one person. Okay. This person. Yeah. Then what I will do, I will just call the function now. This is not nothing but an object call. Okay. But what is the difference is, I am declaring it globally, and here it is just an outside the thing. But there is an error. We resolve it first because it I'm not used the new here. Okay, this is a new, this is an object, uh, so I want to use new. Okay, then for buttons, what I will do, I will just add two method calls. I will call two methods. Okay, one is namely the button add data. Okay, and outside this on create, I'll just go, I am not using set on click listener. I'm using the method called public void. I don't want anything to be written, so I will be using void btn save, or sorry, not save. What I have given the name as for the buttons, one is add data and save btn, right? Let it be add btn first. Add data, one is add data, right? Let me verify once. One is add data and one is save btn. Okay, let me call first this add btn. Then let me call view, sorry, not view group, only view. Then I will write v. Okay, let me open this call method, and after this I will use, there are two buttons, right? So I will use two method calls, public void save btn. Inside this also I will use view v. Okay, then I will call the method again. Okay, but what I want to do in the button add means, I want to link this to the XML file. So just go to the add button and search here on click. Okay, search on click. Let me show you where it is. It's after the end, right? Yeah, here it is, on click. Here I will just see what I've created in the main activity. This is main activity.java file, right? Here I created in two buttons using add data saved button. So what I will do, I will just assign it to the on click to the add data. The first button I have selected add data, so I will link it to the add data itself. We are not using a predefined ID. We are just directly calling it. Okay, calling the method. When I click this button, it is going to call me the this call method. Okay, now let me call this another save button. When I click save button, I want to display the message in the save button. I want to redirect, or I want to call the method of save button. See, it is now turned into the hello. Okay, now what I want to do is I will just type string name here. Means if the person adds the data, I want to display him the data here. Okay, when the person, oh, I forgot to change this name. Change the name. Okay, id data. Okay, the button name, where is the button name? Button, yeah, text. Let me change this text to, okay, let me change the text to one. This is add data, right? Let me add data. Okay, hit enter. Let's change it now. See, and then I will save this text to save to file. Okay, let me save to file, and let me go to the code and let me change this. Alt enter. One is clear and another one is, okay, sorry. Alt enter. Many error, very big. Here alt enter. Okay, created. Now what I will do, when the user clicks on this button, add data, after adding here some data like first name after John and Williams he entered, means when he clicks add data, the data should be shown in this text view. For that, what I will do, I will just go to the main activity. I will here I will extract the string. When the user clicks on add data, I will just extract the string. How to extract the string? It's simple. It's the same thing what we were doing before. Okay, here there is no change in doing, but the method call or the on click listener is different. Okay, only the difference is that one string. String is equal to string name. Sorry, name is equal to et name. Okay, sorry, etfn. Okay, etfn get change this etfn, right? So etfn dot get text to string. I will convert it to string and then trim. The system method, and inside this I want to import surname, right? So what I will do, just take another thing, string surname is equal to etsn dot get text dot to string and then dot name. What is happening here? It is just extracting the data from the first element, that is first edit text element. First is this one, and then second element is this one. It will going to extract the data from two, and one will store inside the name, and another surname will be stored inside the surname. And here the text is converted to the string, and then after it trims. What is trims, or what does trims do? If the user enters with some space at the starting or the back or at the end of the line, then it removes the space. Okay, is it recording right? Yeah. Now what I will do, I will just add array here. Okay, uh, person, space person, and the persons. Okay, persons is equal to new. I am declaring an object now, person. Okay, and then inside the person I will pass the parameter as name. It's just a method call. Okay, name surname means when I call this, it is going to the person here. in this person.java. Okay, this method is calling now. For that, after that I will call another method. After that, set text to text view. This is another method I'm calling you now. What happens here means I have not called the method. Before that, let me explain you what does this method do. Method call do. It will just when the person clicks on the add data button, then what happens? It stores the data inside the string name and string surname. Then the method is called to the string text to text view. What happens? It set the text view. This text view to the what the person enters. Okay, let me show you. Let me, if you don't know to call, if you want, let's just directly call this, like go show contact actions create method. Okay, just click on create method. It just created a method for you. Okay, this is how we are calling the method. And then what I will do, I will just include one string, uh, because I will write string text. Okay, let it be string, then text is equal to some space empty, let it be empty one. Okay, then what I will do, I will just use for loop to get the person's data. Okay, like it is an array. To extract the data, I will be using the for loop. Okay, so I will use for loop inside this int I is equal to 0. Then what I will just do is I will include the one condition I is less than, sorry, I is less than person size. Okay, person size means the array list size. If you don't know array list and all those, it is difficult to understand. Just go to the Java that I have teached online before these sessions, the starting sessions, the videos are available in the classroom. Just go and watch there. If you don't know array list and all those things, just try to understand. If you don't understand the basic concepts, you can't understand this all these things. Okay, let's come back. And this I less than person size means I'm specifying the size of an array. Okay, let me give increment operator here, I plus plus the clone method, but this is giving me the error, right? We can't resolve in persons. Okay, okay, sorry, no, I'm not able to use this person. I want to use the person's array list. See, I want to use this person's because I have assigned the array list to this person's, right? That's it. I want to use person's dot size. Okay, now the error has been resolved. And what I will do is I will just text is equal to, I will going to add the text. Okay, text plus text plus text, like whatever comes I will just add into the text. Okay, like if one data I get from the input from this, where it is add data, when I click add data, it's going to add the data and it will show me in the set text view. It just goes on adding the data or in the array size, like indexes. For 0 value it is going to add one data, and for say the index value of 2 it is going to add another data. For index value 1 it goes to add another data. To go on adding in the array we will be using this for loop. Okay, that's why we require this for loop. Then text plus what I want to add, I want to add persons. Okay, persons uh, dot get I. And then what I will add, get name, sorry, not this one, name is referring to this one. Okay, get name. I've used this small case. Let me change this. Okay. Now it's all set. So to set the name I will be using this set name. To get the name I will be using this get name. Okay, all set. Now let me close this. Yeah, but before closing, Okay, what I will do here. One is get name. What is get name? I will just pass it to this Java class, and it will go to this string, and it will return me a name. Okay, return me the name. Understand? It returns me only the first name, not the surname. Then to get the surname, what I will do? I will just use get name, and then let me concatenate with this some spaces. Okay, concatenate with space here. Uh, of this morning. Let's wait for a minute. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I've added some space, and after adding the space, what I will do in switch recording. Yeah. And then what I will do, I will just add another get persons. After some space, what I want to with after some space, I want to display the data. So what I will do, I will just write get I. I means it will the index value. So after getting the I value, I will write get surname. Okay. Okay. Like this, we define the surname, get surname. Let me check once. Related problem. Yeah, why it's giving me the related problem? Cannot resolve in a person. Okay, this is not resolving into the persons. Why? Let's see. This is requires. Okay, what is this? Minimum is okay. It's okay, but this can't be resolved in person. Why? This person surname is okay. Okay, okay. Let me change this. Yeah, and let me change this surname. Okay, now I think the error gets resolved. Now, right here I've used persons. Persons. Okay, it's related to here now. Okay, now it will. Sorry. Uh, Let it be in the smaller case itself. Okay, it's not responding. Wait for a minute. It's because the surname we are including here, we are getting the text as surname. It's because of that person. Okay, the surname itself. it's related to this one, but I don't know why it's not calling. Let me check once. Person name, okay. Yeah, it's good, correct. It's private access. Okay, I think because it's in the private mode, change it to public and let me try it. Public, public again. This thing has been okay. String name, string surname. Okay. Let me change this to. Let it be the surname. Yeah, now it's access Android app person. Let it be. Let's see. I don't want to see this error. So back to the error. Resolve this. Let me add one more thing here, that is next line, because when it goes to next line then it will be helpful on us for us, like after each entry it will go into the next line. But let me resolve this error first. Leftward one line here, I want to add persons dot add person. Okay, because want to add the persons in an array, right? This is persons is array list and this person is single person. Yeah, then also it's giving me the error. I mean, it's showing me the personal error. Okay, let me check once this one API level once again. ID setting, not ID settings, or settings, just settings. Sorry, not IDs. I'm gonna go to the project structure. Okay, let me go to project structures. Here, let me check once this API level. Hmm. Modules inside this modules. It's 30. It's not showing me why. Surname cannot resolve method surname in person, but this is not used yet, so I think it's giving me the error. Like string name, string surname. Yeah. Acha ji. Not declared it the person here. Okay. Let's right now. Hope now there will be, yeah, but this error. Let me change this to person itself. Let's change this to, yeah, this is the reason, because I declared it as a person. Okay, This way it's giving me the error. I think I don't know. Clear this. Then surname. Okay. Person. Wait a minute. Let me resolve this first. See, now the error is solved because it was giving me the error because I have left the letter N. Okay, I'm calling the method which is not there, so it was giving me the error. And now, what this text line do is it just go to the index value. It calls the I. It searches for its index value where uh, in this array list. Okay, and it adds the data that I have typed here. Persons dot add person. Then it goes to the set text view, and this method is called now. And then what it do is it just go on scanning the index values. It will add the persons in the 0 1 2 3 4 like that for the index values. So to retrieve the data, what I will do, I will just use this inside this add button to add the data. What I will do, this is to set the text to text view. Okay, to test set the values that to be displayed inside this, I will call a single method itself. Okay, what it will do, it just retrieves the data from this array list and stores it in this text, and I will make it to uh, set the text as text. Okay, let me show you. And what happens here means text will be zero, nothing but this text. It is an empty string, right? What it will do now, it will just go on adding the names into it. Okay, this is first method will be called, and this method it will return its name, only name. And then this get surname method will be when it's called, this returns the surname here. Okay, then what happens, according to the index value it matches, like I will be the 0 itself. Then what happens, this will be also 0 and this will be also 0. Then array 0 is equal to what it stores inside the array, it just adds with some space. Okay, now what I will do, I will just go out of the loop, out of the for loop. Okay, and then I will just set the text view like tv results dot set text, right? Will set the text there, string. I will set that as text. Okay, means I am setting the text what are retrieved from the user input. From here I will get the text and I will put it here in the text. Okay, this is how it works. And if I want to save the data by clicking on this button, where it is, when I click to save to file, it should save inside a file, text file. Okay, now whenever we come back to this application after uninstalling, after sorry not uninstalling, for after switching on phone, switch off and all those things, it should retrieve me the data which are present inside the data file. Okay, so that what I will do, I will just go into this save button uh, method call, and then I will use try catch method, try catch exceptions. Because what I want to do is I will try for an file, because there is no file created, right? If the file is already created, then it should try me. Or else if there are any thing that is giving me error, then it should give me the arrow exception, so that I will be using try catch. Okay, try catch exception. What I will type here is I will just type file. To open the file I will write file output stream. Okay, I will use file output stream, and I will give the name as file. It's just creating the file now, text file, and it will open the file. Okay, let me show you. open file output, and then so then inside it I will write the file name, okay, data.txt. Let it be data.txt, and then I will give the argument as mode data, mode private. Okay, what I have this mode private, it's just an method where we can access that file from our mobile itself, from my application only. Okay, then what I will do, I will just go out here, and then I will close this. Sorry, yeah, let me give some space, and then yeah. Now what I will do, I will just write the file. Okay, like if I am opening it, it doesn't work. Like if I want to save the data, extra data inside the file, what I will do, I will just use another method, that is output stream. Okay, what this output stream writer do is it writes the file. Okay, we don't require any other things to write. Just by using this output stream writer, it will write the file by opening itself. Okay, output is equal to, let me call the method output stream writer. Okay, and then now inside this output stream writer, what I will do, I will just include file, which means using this output stream writer method, method or object, we are writing the file. But which file I want to write, to see that I will be using this file. Okay, it's giving me the error, and then yeah, it's okay. I want to use another exception, then it will be catch. mm, Let me define it, IO exceptions. IO exception, let it be E. Okay, see, when I use IO exceptions, the error resolved. Okay, and here, if this what happens, if it doesn't know where the file, or the file is not created yet, then it will give me the error. To catch that error, I will be using this catch exception, IO exception. Okay, now before that, let's see, I want to write the file, so I will be declaring this file name. Okay, I want to write it in this data.txt, and where data.txt is referred by using this file object referrer, and then I will be using that file object referrer to write the file using output stream writer. Now what I will do, I will just include this whole for loop. Okay, same for loop, because it is an array, I want to write it an array right inside the array. So what I will do, I will just remove this text, all this plus concatenation and all those things, and instead of that I will write output file write. Okay, output file, let me output, then sorry, put file, I want to search for file. This one, I want to write the file, so what I will do, I will just okay, it's output stream writer. Okay, not only writer, only output writer, not write the file, we will write output stream writer dot write. Okay, and inside this, let me convert this to string first. There will be no error. Dot to string. Sorry. Okay. If you do a string, I can't resolve it. Okay. Why? String writer dot write. In this page show. And then sorry, I made a mistake there. What the mistake was, I want to use output, this output. I have already declared this output stream writer. So I don't use again this output stream writer. Instead of that, what I will do, I will just refer it. I will refer that object refer using object refer. I will just type output dot write. Okay, not output stream writer. I will just type output dot write. Okay, and then I will pass the data from here. Okay. See, this is a string parameter that I am passing to the write options. Okay, when save button is clicked, what happens? It goes to the, it gets the text and opens up the file if it presents, and then it will go into the output stream writer to write the file. We will be using this output stream writer, and inside the for loop, what we will do, we will be using the object referrer and dot write, which helps us to write the data inside the this file. Okay, text file. Inside this text file, data text file, this data text. Okay, this is how it works. And now what I will do, I will just go out of the for loop and I will close that file. Okay, output. Before closing, I will use flush. What this flush do is it just checks whether all the data we are passing is getting stored correctly or not, or it checks like it is a verification method. Okay, whether all the data is showing or not. And then let me close the file. Output dot close. Okay. This closes our file after writing. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just write an toast message. Okay. What is the toast message that will be displayed? Let it be toast dot make text. Inside that, what I will do, I will just give first context. Okay. From where I want to display, I will write main activity dot this. I want that this toast message from the main activity. Then what I will do, I will just give uh, the message what I should be printed on me. Okay, printed on this application. Okay, in the toast message, what it should show. Let me type successfully saved. Okay, it be successfully saved, and I will give the toast length short. Okay. Mm, and then what I will do, I will just this post.share and I will show this message. To show, I will use directly show. Okay. Yeah, it will now provide me the message. Then what we will do, we will go to the IO exception inside this cache. If there are any errors, like this file is not available inside our database of mobile or the hard drive or anyway, if there is no present of this file or we should create a new file, then what I will do, I will just, it gives me the error because there is no file, right? So what it will do, it will gives me the error. To handle that exception, what I will do, I will just go into this catch exception, catch IO exception. I will give it again a message that uh, I can't read the file like that. Make dot text, and then what I will do, I will just give the context is main activity dot this, and I will write the message as e dot get message. Okay, means what I'm doing is this is I have declared IO exception as an e. Okay, I have declared this e to the IO exception. If I get the error, I will just use this e to get message what it do is it retrieves the message like which error is being declared here and all those things like that. So by using this IO exception, I will show the error there. Okay, I will not show in this one default messages. What the error we are getting, it will show directly to us in the application. Okay, let me declare the length of the post. That is more let me be short itself, and then I will show. Okay, yeah, this is how try and catch works. See, we have wrote the code for to load, okay, to save the data. But how to load the data back to this text view? Like we have in this when I add button, when I use it this add button, I am setting the text right, set text view to text view. So it will just jump into this method call and it will set the text view to text. But in when I'm saving the data, it will go and save inside the data, but it is not visible for us. We can only see the toast message. But what if I want to, when I come back, I want to load the data from this that file, right? That what I have created in the save button. To make that load, what I will do, I will just use another method here called load data itself. Okay, public void load data. Okay, let it be load data, and then I will call the method. But before that, what I want to do is I want to call this function, right? Without calling the function, the methods don't work actually. So what I will do, I will just go back to the first lines of code. I will just after giving the array list, after declaring all the things, I will just call the function. Okay. Sorry, call the method. How to call the method? Just type load data. Okay, and then use some brackets and close it. Now what is happening, it is loading the data. Okay, loading this method. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, let me load data. Yeah, the things are same. Let me use white thing. Let it be call is equal to load data. String call is equal to load data. Okay, I don't require any back things, I don't require return things, so let it be void itself. Okay. Wait a minute, let me fix this. I have used it before this line because there was no data, it is not going to load anything. Okay, see, I will show you once again. There was some missing of data. Let it be now. It's working without any call. Okay, I'm just calling now. When I call this load data, let me declare it after the persons itself. Okay, see, now it's working. Okay, we don't require any load data, it's just a mistake. Before that, I placed it here, it was not loading any data, but now I call the load data, it is loading this method call. Now what I will do, I will just go inside this load data to load the file. What I will do, I will just get the file, or let me first clear the data. Okay, inside the array persons dot clear. Okay, what happens in this persons dot clear means if there are any data inside this array list, it will get cleared before starting at the first time or the second time. Anyway, we don't require anything inside the array list. Okay, array list we don't require any data present. Okay, so what I will do, I will just use clear here. Let me delete this. Oh, I have included it in the this thing. Let me clear. I want to call it inside this on create method. Okay, that's why it was giving me the error. Now it will call. Okay, let it be. And now this load data inside this person array list. I want to clear. I don't want any things to be stored inside this person's array list. So what I will do, I will just click on persons clear. Here see what happens when the application starts. It first goes to this load data function. Okay, load data method call, and checks for the operations that are like, it will load the data. Before loading data, it will just clear off all the things that are present inside the this get array list. Okay, now what I will do, I will just I want to get the, I want to read the application, right? So what I will do, I will just use the if condition here. Okay, if it rolls, it's not responding again, that's right. Yeah, I will use if condition there, trying that if file dot exists, if that file exists, it only it should enter inside the loop. Okay, otherwise it should not enter. uh, Sorry, file dot exists. Okay, mm, if file dot exists, I should get the data back. mm. And before declaring this if condition, I want to get the file, right? I want to check for the file. First I want to use the object referrer to get that file. So what I will do, I will just open up the file using file option, file call, file is equal to then I will get app application context. Okay, by this it will just use the activities, what are the data saved inside this application. It will get all those data first, and then what it will go into the get file stream path, means it will go inside this application context, means it is a, this whole application will be in one folder, right? Inside that it will go and search for a file that we want to give it as data text. I want the file that is named as data text, right? So what I will do, I will go and search for data text, data.text. Okay, see, now what I did is, wait a minute, yeah, now file get application context. What I do is just go to the application folder, and then it searches for the file that is named as data.text, because we are creating the data text file, right? So we want this file to be executed, uh, opened up. Okay, so I will use that. This after using that, I will create a string that is, let it be line from file. Okay, let it be line from file. Okay, then what I will do, I will just open the if condition loop. If that file exists only, then I want to try and catch, I want to use I want to read the data which are present inside that file. If that file only not exists, it should go out of the loop, and it should exit the this class load data, because if there is no file, there will be nothing to read or load the data to get displayed, right? So I will be using if file exists. Okay, then inside this I will use try. To read the data, we will be opening file. So to suppress or to get the errors, what the error is it is showing, to get it, what I will do, I will just use try exception, try catch error. Okay, try catch exception. Now let me open up the things, and now let me go back to this try, and let me use buffer reader. Okay, it's just reads the data which are present inside the um, inside the file. Okay, this buffered reader, and I will give the object referrer as reader and is equal to new buffered reader. And inside the buffer reader, what I will just do is I will just create a new again, and I will write input stream. Okay, input stream reader. See, uh, here you can understand one easily. In this, what I am doing output stream writer, which helps in writing the file. But in this case, what I am using input stream reader, what it do, it just reads the file which is present inside this application with the help of the things. Okay, but I want to know which file I want to read, right? So what I will do, I will just give inside this input reader open file. Okay, I want to open the file first and then I want to read it. So what I will do, I will give the file name. But don't get confused. What I'm doing is I'm using all the things in a single line. See what I have declared first. I have declared file output stream, file out, open file output. Okay, in this case what I'm doing, I'm just declaring it as an one line reader. And then what I will do, I will just input output stream writer, right? Then I will be using this buffer reader. This is one code. See, this buffered reader is one code, and again this input reader stream matlab this output stream writer. Okay, you can also split it and write it, no worries, but to reduce the line of codes, I'm using in a single line. See, this output stream writer output is nothing but input stream reader. Okay, then open file input. Here in the for loop we were using output write, right? To write the file we were using write option, but in this case what we will do, we will just go and open the file up. To read the file we require to open the file first. So what I will do, I will just declare it an open file. Okay, and then I will give which file to open and read. I will give the same thing which I have created in this application. Okay, now I want to read the data line by line, right? So what I will do, I will just use while loop instead of for loop. I will use while loop. Okay, let me show you while, and then let me have that what I was declared as string. So I will use that string here now. Line from file is equal to reader dot read line. Okay, and then outside this bracket I'm declaring it as an not equal to null. Let me come back to this now, what it is and how it works. See, what I have declared, what I am declaring is I am declared already this as a string, this line from file as a string, but it is not declared to any variables. It is constants. It is not having any things inside the strings, but I want things from the string. So what I will do, I will just assign it to the reader dot read line. What this reader dot read line do, it just goes and check the data which are present in the data file by line, right? So what I will do, I will just this reader, this opens up the file, and with the help of this buffered reader, it going to read the read line. Okay, it going to read the whole text file one by one, after the one line after the other. And what I'm saying, the condition is, see, this is whole thing is I can write it outside also, but I can write it inside to reduce the line of code. Okay, and then what I'm doing, this reader line, first line will be assigned back to the first this line from file, and it is getting condition checked for this null. If that line from line file is the empty, then what it will do, it will just get back the value as null, right? I have explained in this Java what it returns when we write read line. It goes by line and checks the condition. When there will be no line inside the data or text file, then what it do, it just returns the null value, right? So that null value is assigned for this line from file. When the lines are in the applications or the data text file gets over, the line from file will be assigned to null, and I'm checking the condition that when this whole file will become null, equal to null, then I want to stop this while loop. It is just a stopping condition. After all the readings gets over inside the text file, or all the data gets emptied or all read, what it do, it just it will be having the null value at the last. So if null not equal to null, then only I want to stop this while loop. So I will be using this while loop. Okay, and now inside the while loop I will use tokenizer. What is tokenizer? I will show you. Wait, see here. What is string? Let me first type the string tokenizer. Okay, and then you guys can easily understand it. I'm declaring a new string tokenizer. Okay, here I will write tokens itself, that is equal to new string tokenizer. Inside this write line from file, then I will give the delimiters. Okay, what are this I will explain you now. See, what I'm doing is, okay, see, I am using string tokenizer. Okay, what it do, it will like, first let's see how we are storing the data. See, I'm writing the data using this line where I'm using not space in between this first name and the surname. I'm using comma, right? Um, by this help of this comma, or you can write the space also, no worries, but afterwards I will show you what happens when I use space also. Okay, but now to understand it better, just see, I'm writing the file like I'm getting the name, I'm getting the surname, and I will write, I want to save it. So what I will do, in place of this space I will just use comma. Okay, to separate this, how it looks I will show you. See, when I store that, it will look like this. Without any space it will use comma here. Okay, if I write space it will use space, or if any other data if I give it here, it will just makes the difference. Okay, it just separates this surname from the first name. Okay, then this is how it is writing the file now. Then but I want to I want to read the data and display it as first name and surname, right, differently. Like I want to display as it. Okay, John Williams Amir Khan, I want to read the data from the file and I want to display it, but I don't know how to display that whole thing which are stored inside that thing. Like, I want to go to this name, string name, and I want to get back the things. So for that, what I will do, I will just use this string tokenizer, which breaks the line. Okay, which breaks the line. When I use when I go and read the lines, when I go and read the lines from this data, what happens? See, it will be in this thing. I want line by line. Okay, name by name, name by name. I want this first name differently and the last name differently. So what I will do, I will just use this tokenizer to break that line. It will see if this while loop is assigning first line to this John Williams, but I don't want in this part. So what I will do, I will just use string tokenizer to break this line. What it will do, it will just see this delimiter. If there are any here, if I add the delimiter here, then it just separates J and OHN. Okay, and it then displays me a message. If I use this string here, it will just displays me, it will cut this Williams and John, and it will make it a part. Okay, it's not a part of the Williams now. John is not a part of the Williams, it is different. To make it, I will be using this string tokenizer, and the delimiter means which helps us to cut the data. Okay, when it searches for this in the whole line, if it finds this one, it will cut the data into 2 points. So this comma helps us to break that line. Okay, it searches in the line and it will break the line. Now what I will do, I want to call this person a method. Okay, to get back the data name and surname, I want to store it here, right, before loading the data. So what I will do, I am using this because I am to go back to the set.text view, and then I want to call it by one value, and now the array list is empty. Okay, and try to understand, it is just now what I will do, I will just pass this data into the array list. See, at the first time I am clearing the data which are present in the array list. I want to add the load data. I want to load the data into this array list so that I can get this views like this. Okay, to add the data, what I will do, I will just break that whole thing. It will be stored in this way. So by using tokenizer, I will break this thing and I will pass out the data to this string name, where it stores the name as name, surname as surname. When I say to get names, get surname, then it just get back me the name, and it will be used in this set text view, so that it will be used inside the uh, it is used to display the text view. Okay, let me show you once it helps. Okay, now what happens, string tokenizer is doing that case, and I want to pass the data. How to pass the data? I will just create another method call. I want to call the method that is present in the present.java class, right? So what I will do, I will just use person, and then person is equal to new. I want to first go to this load data, and I will load the data. If there is no file exists, then it will go into the save button, and it will first create the file and load the add the data to it. Okay, then what I will do, I will use this load data again to load the data, and then what happens, it just loads the data and it want to display me. So to get the data displayed, I want to use this set text method. Okay, how to call that method? Before calling that method, I want to assign it to the person.java class. So what I will do, I will just use this person new, and I will call the method here now by using person. Okay, person, or this person should be p. Okay, then at the end of the line, see, in this person, what I want to do, see here, I'm passing some data, right? Name, surname. Inside the add data, I'm passing name, surname. This is also a method call. So what I will do, I will just go to this, I will also call in this method, but here I'm passing the parameters as name and surname, which I have typed in the extracting from the edit text. But here what it do, what if what I want to pass, the name and surname as, I want to pass it as tokens dot next token. Okay, and then if I want to pass two datas, then what I want to do, I will just add another tokens dot next token. Okay, if I add another token, what happens if there is three names including like this, there is something like this, three tokens, then after one after the other, I want to print the, I want to store the data, right? So I will be using I will be passing like next token. Okay, but in this case, what is happening, what it is happening is it just passing all the data. Okay, let me close this. Yeah, what is happening is it just passes the tokens dot next token. First token is what, first token will be divided in as John, and then second token will be Williams. So it, what does this next token do is it just jumps on the tokens. First token, it will just pass name, and next will be the surname, right? Then it will pass the surname, and it goes to this person.java, and here it stores as name and surname, and the parameters passed is imported inside this method call, and it will store it in the name and surname. Okay, like this it will work. And this person. Okay, now what I will do, I will add the data. Okay, person dot add inside the person. Okay, this is persons. I want to add it for arrays list. Okay, see what I'm doing, I will pass this data. Before passing the data, what I want to do, I want to call that function, this one. To call it, what I'll do, I will just use add. What are all the things coming inside this line from file, it is going to add inside this person. This person is stored referring to this person call, method call, and when I call this person, it will just go to this person, and it will add the data into the array list. Okay, it will also add the array list. It will be calling the method this person. Okay, don't get confused. And then this person's dot add java person is there, right? It will be added to this text file, so that it will increase the file size, or it will just add the data to it. Okay, like this. it will be storing in the array, right? Array list. Okay. Now what I will to do, I want to close that file first. Okay, this is the condition in the while loop, how it works. And now what I will do, I will just close the file. This is the file that I have opened is buffer reader, right? By using that reader I will just close it. Close. Okay, and then I will close this thing, and I will call the method. I want, which method I want to call? I want to call this set text to view, because I want to set the text what I have loaded that I want to set to text view, right? So I will just call this method. So by using this for loop, it will call the method. Okay, let me type the set text. Let me call that method. It will just go back to this method call. See, one thing observe here, how this method calls are helping us. See, I want to write that method text set text to view. If I want to display the message here, if I want to set the text, I want to write this whole code inside this load data also, and then where I declare that set text to view, I here right in this add data, I want to write this whole code. It just what it do, it just increase the line of code. So what I want to do, I will just create a method. This is the one of the major help of this method call. Okay, we can call how many times I want to call this method. Okay, okay, it's just adding the things and it will call as a method. Okay, and then what I will do, I want to get the message in the IO exception. If there are any errors in the application, then I want to get that message. If this try didn't work, then I want to display an error, right? So what I will do, I will just use toast dot make text. Inside that make text, what I want to do, I will just type context first from main activity dot this, and I will just use comma here, and then I will use e dot get message to get the message, and then I will use post length. Okay, post dot length short, let it be, and I want to show this message, so I will use show method call. See, I have explained how this works now. I hope you guys understood. Let me see, there is one thing that yeah, yeah, see, when I add the annotations, it gets okay, it will run the application now. There are no errors. Let me run this application now. The Gradle started building. Let's wait for a while. Don't get confused about this persons.java class because it helps us to store the data. Okay, it is helping us to store data, or of the this is called as a method call. Okay, when we want to store the data inside the persons.java, it just calls the method and it will store here, and when we require that name back, it is just returning the name. Okay, that's why we are using this persons.java. That's all, nothing more. If you are not getting what I said here, let me know. Okay, let's wait till this builds the application. See, now it's successfully launched. Now the application is running in the emulator. Now let me type John Williams. Okay, and then let me type this, sorry, let it be John itself, John, and then surname, let me add Williams. Okay, when I add data, when I click on this data, it just adds the data into the, see, it just adds the data into the array only. Okay, and then it is showing me the data. Okay, but when I save this data, first let me okay, when I save this data, I want to get the source message that is successfully saved. Let's see, See, successfully saved in the data. Okay, now let me add some more data. uh, Let it be Amir in surname and Mohammed Amir. Let it be add data and let me save the file. Yeah, then let it be the Ruthik Amir. Let me add the data, then save to file. Successfully saved. And okay, enough. Now what happens, these all things are saved inside the file. Let me close this, clear all. Let me open that back. Okay, saving data. See, it is showing me all the things which are saved. What it do, when the application starts, it goes into this onFind method and looks for the person, and it will call the load data method. Okay, and then in this load data, it will load the data from the text file or the data.text file, and it will just prints me the data which are present inside it in this, using this set text view. Okay, and when I go to add the save button, it is just saving the things. Okay, and it will give me the catch exception. Okay, this is how it is just showing, it's saving the data. When I click on save data, it just saves the data. See, now also we can add the data. It doesn't replace the data, it just goes on increasing the array size. Okay, and adding it will add the data there. Let me type Amir Khan Amir and let it be Khan here, and let me save the file first. It's just successfully saved, but it is not showing inside this text view, right? See, it is not showing. When I click on add, it will show me Amir Khan. Or see, I will not add data now to show in the text view. What I will do, I will just type let it be Khan or let it be Kumar, and this be Akshay. Now let's see, I don't add the data to display here. Okay, I will just save to a file, but it is giving me successfully saved, but it is not showing me here. Okay, and it is not loading the data, right? To load the data, we want to open the application from first. If I want to show this Akshay Kumar here, then what I want to do, I want to just click on this add data, but not, I will not click on this add data. I clicked on this save to file. It's just successfully saved. Now again, it is stored in the two types. Okay, it will display me Akshay Kumar two times. Let's see, let me close this application again, then let me reopen the application that is saving data. Okay, this application. See, wait a minute, there is some, yeah. What happens here means, when I type Akshay Kumar, it is just adding data to the person. Using this array index, we are going to save the file. Okay, these are the things that we are saving. So it will won't display me Akshay Kumar and all those things, but it will display me when I add data to it. Okay, see what it is happening in this thing. When I click on add data, it is adding me the data into the array. See, in case that if I use that add data here in the save button also, then what happens, it will just provide me the output, but I'm not using any of the I'm not adding the data inside the um, save button, right? I'm not adding any of the things inside this person's dot array list. So I want to